Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in TayNinhTV province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of August 17, localities in TayNinhTV City, including Ward 3 and Ward 4, officially implemented total screening for SARS-CoV-2 testing for people in the area.
During this period, Ward 3 organized sampling and screening for SARS-CoV-2 testing for all residents in the area, including temporary residents and official public servants, public employees and workers at all agencies, units and businesses located in the ward. Ward 3 has implemented sample tests for the principle that each household presents one person who has many contacts and travel frequently to carry out sampling, especially for households in the blockade area. Households with F1 cases are isolated at home, then take sample for each member of the household. For in Ward 2, there are 10 sampling points in the ward on the average. Each neighborhood has about 2 sampling points. The people in residential groups are scheduled to take samples in the direction of distance from one neighborhood to another, avoiding the large crowds. The work of ensuring safety against pandemic is of particular concern to the locality. In general, the people in the localities arrived at the same sampling points on time and well, following the 5 keys in Vietnamese messages. Duong Minh Chau District entered the third day of district-wide screening tests, and on August the 17th, the district tested in 4 communes of Phang, Bảo Năng, Gia La, and Cầu Khởi communes. It's noted at the test point, localities have fully prepared equipment, arranged areas according to the one-way principle from entering information, scanning QR codes on Blue Zone application, waiting for samples, etc., and avoiding to gather too many people at the same time. The functional forces are also actively guided and encourage the people to strictly follow the recommendation of the Ministry of Health on pandemic prevention and control. At the test point, medical staff perform disinfection very seriously. After each sample collection, they had to spray hand sanitizer fully with their hands, and after taking 6 to 10 aggregate samples, the medical staff changed their clothes, and besides, before and after the sampling section, the people's seats were also sprayed with disinfection continuously, and the sampling tools were also disinfected to ensure the safety and avoid the cross-infection. Ladies and gentlemen, up to now, Duong Minh Chau Youth Union has mobilized a large number of nearly 200 volunteers to support localities in carrying out on-scale screening testing for SARS-CoV-2, and thanks to the support of volunteers, the sampling work in the localities is carried out faster and with high efficiency. In An Thịnh Ward, one of the 2 localities deployed the first total screening for SARS-CoV-2 test in Duong Minh Chau. The Chau Youth Union Council mobilized and distributed about 30 volunteers to locality, in which volunteers who have been trained by the health sector on sampling work directly took charge of taking samples for the people. The remaining volunteers participated in supporting the work of ensuring COVID-19 prevention and control at the sampling area, supporting the data entry and guiding the people to install Blue Zone application.
The Prime Minister has just issued official dispatch number 1079 on reviewing the law to remove difficulties for investment and business in the context of complicated developments of the COVID-19 epidemic.
The document was sent to the Ministers Planning, Investment, Finance, Industry and Trade, Natural Resources and Environment, Construction, Transport, Agriculture and Rural Development, Information and Communication, Justice and Home Affairs. It pointed out that after reviewing the recommendation of all the 63 provinces and cities nationwide, relevant agencies redacted the specific obstacle difficulties facing investment, production and business activities caused by the overlapping and inconsistency of several legal documents. A revision by the Government Office detected a number of contents that need to be studied, amended and supplemented immediately to remove obstacles specified in 29 laws related to state management of 10 ministries. To promptly remove difficulties and obstacles, clear bottlenecks, mobilize on social resources and promote production and business, the government leader requested the ministers to direct and prioritize the resources for revision, research, amendment and supplementation of the legal documents under their authorities. The highest priority should be given to speeding up the amendment and supplementation of legal regulations that overlapped, disputable and inconsistent to create more convenience for the people and business.
Ladies and gentlemen, with positive results reaped in the country's public investment landscape, in the near future, Vietnam will soon have a huge summer to invest into infrastructural development, with many sizable projects.
According to the government, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, as to July, disbursement of public investment reached about 36.71% of the year plan compared to 40.67% of the same period last year. Notably, that ODA and concessional loans was only about 7.52% in the period. The government targets raising the disbursement rate of at least 95% this year. And to that end, the Prime Minister requests the administrative sector and localities consider stepping up the public investment disbursement, amend political tasks in 2021, review allocation of public investment capital to ensure that the capital is injected into feasible projects, and impose strict fines for investors, project management boards, individuals and organizations deliberately hindering progress of capital allocation and implementation. It is also necessary to continue reviewing mechanisms, policies, and regulations related to public investment for timely amendment and supplementation. Ministry of Finance to coordinate with relevant ministries and agencies to timely remove obstacles relevant to negotiations, signing of loan agreements, and withdrawal of loans.
Ladies and gentlemen, these days, together with localities in the province, Duong Minh Chau District is taking samples for COVID-19 testing on a large scale for people in order for the sampling work to take place safely. To ensure that the rules in disease prevention and control, people in the district have strictly followed whenever you are staying there.
On provincial road number 781 from K13 Bridge to Duong Minh Chau District Center on August the 16th, there were only a few vehicles operating, particularly in the area of Suda Commune and Duong Minh Chau Town. There were absolutely no vehicles on the street because there are two localities that have carried out COVID-19 tests for the people on August the 15th. And from the moment when the people were sampled for testing, they were asked to stay at home for 36 hours. According to the above direction for today, grocery stores, markets, and Bách Hóa Xanh stores, the steering committee has announced that from August the 15th, the people had prepared, and so far, there have been no cases. As for the place where people don't go out to the streets according to the direction of the province during the process of distributing disinfection in the home place, the self-management team to invite the people to take the test also reminds the people, so until now, the people have strictly complied. Meanwhile, in Phan Commune, people took samples for SARS-CoV-2 testing on August the 17th, and so on August the 16th, the people bought food to stock up in the coming days. However, people stopping was also taking place normally, and there were no adjusting in situation and rushing to buy and stock up a lot. And for the request to stay at home after 36 hours after the test, my family also complies with the COVID-19 regulation, and because the food and drinks are already prepared, so we don't need to go out anymore. After being tested for COVID-19 pandemic, the people are asked to stay at home according to the motto of wherever you are, stay there, and not going out for a period of 36 hours, except for emergencies, such as in the meantime, the functional forces will strengthen the patrols and strictly handle cases for intentional violations. Commune People's Committee and Friends about 2 mobile patrol teams, ensuring 24/7 presence on the roads to check and handle cases. When the people go out without reason, the majority of people have well followed the direction of the Provincial People's Committee, and there is no case of going out without emergency reasons. Currently, in the context of complicated development of COVID-19 pandemic, it is necessary to organize sampling for the people across the province to detect and separate F0 from the community, and therefore, the People's Compliance strict implementation of the instruction given by the Provincial People's Committee and Steering Committee for Epic Prevention and Control from the province to the locality will make a great contribution to our early victory against the pandemic and bring the people's lives back to a new normal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.